Good morning students, I hope you all are fine. In this video session, I am going to teach about the third unit. Your third unit is control flow and functions. So in this unit, I am going to teach about the control flow and the function concept. Okay. First, we will see what is control flow. What is control flow? Anyone have the idea? In the first unit itself, I taught you the control structure or control statement. Control flow, control structure and control statement, everything is same. So what is control structure? It's nothing but determines the flow of execution. The control structure only determines which statement or which instructions want to be executed. Okay, control flow determines the flow of execution. In that we will study the first unit, what are the things? Selection control flow, sequential, then looping. Okay, so that only we are going to study in depth here. Okay, so control structure is nothing but determines the flow of the statement. Which statement want to be executed first and which statement want to be executed second, like that. Okay, all of you got it. So your control structure is divided into two things. One is conditional statement, another one is unconditional statement. Okay, so again this conditional statement is divided into branching and looping statements. Okay, so the other name of branching statements are selection statements, decision statements. These are the other name of branching statements. Okay, so what are the other name of branching statements? Decision, selection, these are the other names of branching statement. As well as looping statement means iterative statements, and unconditional statement means we say loop control statements. So these are the categories which comes under the control structure. In this video class, I am going to teach about this branching statement or decision statements or selection statement. These are the other names. Okay, so what are the things present in the branching statements? If is a statement, then if else, then if else, if else, then nested if else. So I am going to explain each and every one which is present in the branching statement. Okay, first I am going to explain if statement. Okay, this is one of the important question. Okay, in all the university questions, okay, one topic of this content will be present there. Okay, any one they will ask, whether they will ask conditional or unconditional or looping, one content should be there in your question paper. So listen carefully. It is one of the easiest question also. Okay, you have to know only the syntaxes. So first, branching statement, if statement. First you have to know about the syntax. Okay, if condition, here bracket is not compulsory. If you want, you can put the bracket. Here the bracket is optional, but colon is must. Okay, before going this, I want to tell one more thing. What is branching statement or decision statements or conditional statements? It is nothing but one condition must be there. Depend upon the condition, the flow of execution will be varies. Okay, all of you got it? One condition must be present. For example, I want to find odd number or even number. What's the condition? Any number divided by 2 and the remainder is 0, we say it is the odd even number. If the remainder is not 0, means it is odd number. Similarly, for positive, negative numbers, greater than 0 numbers are positive, less than 0 numbers are negative. So the condition determines this side or this side. Depend upon the condition, the flow of execution varies. So one condition must be there. That is the branching statement. Depend upon the condition, branches will be selected. In that, the first one is if. If syntax is if condition. Once the colon is there, you have to follow the indentation. That is, you have to give some spaces. In your Python programming, in this subject, wherever you are putting this colon, the next line will be the indented line. Don't forget it. Once you put the colon, the next line will be the indented. That is space you have to given. Okay. If conditional, here sequence of statements. Sequence of statements. Okay. So this is the syntax. If is a keyword, here on condition is there. If the condition is true, this statement will be executed. Suppose if the condition is false, it will come out of the if. All of you got it? If here on condition, if the condition is true, how it will find? It will solve the condition. Your interpreter will check the condition. If the condition is true means the body, the indented space statements will be executed. If the condition is false, it will come out of the if condition. All of you got it? On example we can see. Okay, so you will get the clear idea. A simple example I am going to write. Whether the number is positive or negative. Simply I am going to check the number is positive. What's the condition? What's the logic? If the number is greater than 0 means we can say it is positive. Okay. So here the other name of if is one-way statements. Okay. One-way statement. Some for the twisted questions they will ask. Explain about the one-way statement. Don't get confused. It's nothing but if. Okay. So first x equal to int of input of here enter x value. Two ways we can write. At the top, print enter the value you can use, enter x value. In the input statement itself, we can give. Okay. So, first, what this line means? For finding the number is positive, I need one input, right? Whether input is required or not. 5 or minus 5. One value will be want to be there. So that only I can find it whether it is positive or negative, right? So here, for that I am getting a input from the user. X equal to input of function is used to get the input. Always it will get the string input. I want to convert it as int. That's what. First, always the innermost bracket will be executed. Input of. So in the output screen, it will display enter x value. For this notification only you are giving this string. Okay. So you are giving a value 5 for example. So now what's the x value? X value is 5. Now I am going to check a condition. If x greater than 0 colon, this bracket is optional. Bracket is optional. If you are not using the bracket means also it's not wrong. Okay. If you want you can put the bracket. Bracket is optional. So here I am writing a condition x greater than 0. What's the x value? 5. 5 greater than 0. Condition true or false? This condition true or false? It is true. This condition is true. If this condition is true means I want to, what's the program? To find positive. So I am printing here, print x is positive. X is positive. X is positive. So what will be the output? First, you are getting the x value as the input. X value is 5. Then checking a condition 5 greater than 0. Condition is true. 5 is greater than 0, right? So it will print. See, if the condition is true means, the body will be executed. Okay. So x is positive. To print x is positive. Suppose you are giving the input as minus 5. Suppose your input is minus 5. So what will happen? What will happen? The condition is false. The condition is false. So it will come out of the if. Here no statements are there. So your program will be terminated. Okay, if your input is -5, you won't get any output. As per this program, you won't get any output. Only it is checking a condition. If it is true, the body will be executed. To overcome this flaw, they introduce the another concept, if else. See here only one thing you can able to check, only one way. You can't able to find, you go to the another way. To overcome this, they introduce if else, the second alternative way. Okay. If else. Okay, if else is nothing but the other name of if else is alternative execution. Alternative execution. Here also depend upon the condition, the flow will be executed. The same if else part also there. If the condition is true means one statement will be executed. If the condition is false means another statement will be executed. That's the only difference. Okay. So see the syntax here. If condition colon, the condition is true, one set of statements. Okay, statements. Suppose the condition is false, again else, some set of statements. Okay, so see here, if first, if is a keyword, then one condition, you are going to check one condition, the same condition thing it, positive or negative. Okay, if the condition is true, 5 greater than 0, like that. If the condition is true, this statement will be executed. Suppose the condition is false, this statement will be executed. All of you got it? It's the alternative execution, that is one-way execution. It is the alternative execution or two-way execution The true means this one way, the false means another way. All of you got it? Any doubts here? The condition is true, this indented body will be executed. If condition is false, it will go to the else. Again the else body also indented. Whenever you put colon, the next line will be the indented line. All of you got it? Okay. Now see one example. Let's see one example. Odd or even. We can write the program for odd or even. Okay. Program to find odd or even. Okay. Here also a equal to int of input of enter a value. Okay, enter a value. Then first, for finding the number is odd or even, what is required? For finding the value odd or even, first we need one input. Whether the input should be 2 or 3, 5 or 6. Any one value I want to get it. So I am getting the input. A equal to int input of enter a value. So in the output, it will display like this, enter a value. You are giving one value 4. You are giving a value 4. Now I am going to implement the if else. If a divided by 2, which type of division is this? This percentage symbol means modular division, remainder division. Percentage symbol gives the output of remainder. It gives the remainder as output. Slash symbol means quotient as output. So if a divided by 2 equal to 0, this is the logic. Okay, this is the logic. See here, 4. What's the a value? 4. 4 divided by 2. 2 2s are 4. Your remainder is 0. Is it correct? 2 2s are 4. So you are getting the remainder 0. So 0 for this expression. 4 divided by, what's your answer? 0. 0 equal to 0. Condition true or false? Equal to 0 equal to 0. Condition true or false? True. If the condition is true, what I want to write? The program is to find odd or even. Any number divided by 2 and the remainder is 0 means we say it is even. So here write print A is even. Okay, print A is even. For this output, for this input, you will get the output A is even. Suppose my input is 3. My input is 3. Now what will happen? It's a two-way execution. Only one way I completed. 3 divided by 2. 3 divided by 2 means you will get the remainder as 1. 1 equal to 0. 1 equal to 0. The condition is false. Condition is false. So what will happen? It will come to the else statements. See, the if and else must be in the same line. If and else must be in the same line. Keep it in your mind. Okay. Else 3 divided by 2 equal to 0. Your remainder is 1. So it is not the even number. So it is a odd number. So print A is odd. Print A is odd. So for 3, the output is A is odd. Once again, I will explain the flow. First, I am getting the input. I want to check the number is odd or even. So I am getting the input first. A is the input. Suppose your A value is 4. 4 divided by 2. Well, this is the remainder division. If the remainder is 0 means 0 equal to 0. This condition is true. If the condition is true means it will print A is even. Suppose your input is odd. It won't get the remainder 0. At that time the condition will be false. False means it will come to the else. Else print A is odd. All of you got it? Okay. So what are the things we completed? One-way statement. If the second one is two-way or alternative execution. The third one is if, else, if, else. The third one is if, else, if, else. The other name of this is chained conditional. Chained conditional or multi-way if. Okay. The third one is if, elif, else or multi-way if or chained conditional or chained conditionals. These are the 3 different ways you will get the questions. Apprise about if, else or multi-way if or chained conditional. Okay. Here they introduce the another concept of ELIF. 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 It's the abbreviation of else if. It is nothing but abbreviation of else if. Instead of writing more if else, if you want to write the program with more if statements means you can go with the if else. So it's a combination of both if and else. Don't get confused. Elif is nothing but abbreviation of else if. Okay. So see the syntax. If condition colon, okay, this condition is false means if this condition is false, it will check the another condition else if condition again if it is false means another elif condition. Okay, here body will come. Statements then else statements. Here it is for true. Okay, listen. Here I want to check multiple conditions. Many conditions I want to check means I can go for a if elif. See here, first I am checking one condition. If this condition is true means the statement will be the intended statement, body will be executed. Suppose this condition is false means this elif will be work. This condition false means I am checking a second condition. Again this condition false means I can use the another elif. We can use n number of elif. Multiple elifs are allowed. Okay, but one condition is there, at last else want to be there. You can use multiple elifs in between the if else. Okay, so for example I want to check whether the number is greater, lesser or equal to. So first I will check one condition. If the condition is true means this statement will be executed. Suppose it's false means another elif. Again this condition false means I can use another elif. Again that means another elif. At last you can use one else. This is the rule. Okay, now we can see one example for this elif. Okay, that's the reason we say it is a multi-way if. Many if statements we can use. Okay, so here I am going to write the program for greater, lesser, comma equal to. Whether the number is greatest among two numbers, whether that number is greater or lesser or equal. So for checking greater, lesser, equal to, how many inputs required? Within one input we can able to say it is greater? No. Here I want to compare with two things, right? So two variables, two values required. With these two variables I will check whether which one is greater or which one is lesser or both the values are equal. So here I am going to use the comparison operators. Okay, so how many inputs required? Two inputs. So x equal to int of input of enter x value. Okay, similarly y equal to int of input of enter y value. What these two statements will do? First you are going to get the input of x value. Input function is used to get the input in the string. Int will convert into integer. So x value and y value I am getting from the user. So here the output screen it will display x, enter x value, for example 10, enter y value, it is 20. Okay, two inputs I got it. Now I am going to use this multi-way if or chained if. See here, if x greater than y, the first condition is x greater than y. What's the x value? 10 greater than y. Whether the condition is true as per your input? No. But if the condition is true means what do you want to display? X is greater, right? So print x is greater. Okay, for example, here the condition is false, right? X, what's the x value? 10. What's the y value? 20. 10 greater than 20. The condition is false. If the condition is false means I am going to check the another condition. Which statement I want to use? Elif. Okay, elif x less than y. Okay, printf Here what's the condition? 10 less than 20. Condition true or false? Condition is true. So which one is greater? Y is greater. Print Y is greater. Else, if suppose my input is 10 comma 10, what will happen? X greater than Y, condition false. X less than Y, condition false. What it means? If it is not greater than Y and not less than Y means it is equal to Y. So I am writing that in else. Else print X equal to Y. So now see the input, X equal to 10, Y equal to 10. Here it will check whether X is 10, Y is 10. 10 greater than 10. Condition true or false? No. So it will come here, false. X 10 less than 10. Condition true or false? False. So what will happen? Again it will come the else. Here in the else statement will be executed. If both the if statement is false, the else will be executed. So here your output is X equal to Y. Suppose here your input is 20 and 10. Now what's the X value? 20. 20 greater than 10. Condition is true. What output you will get? You will get the output X is greater. X is greater. All of you got it? Okay. So what are the things we completed? If condition, then if else, then multiply if, or if else. The last one is nested if. Okay. The last one is nested if. We can see the nested if also. Nested if. What is nested? Nested means one if else statement comes under the another if or else statement. All of you got it? One if else is come inside the another if statement or else statement, we can say it is a nested if. One if else statement want to be come inside the another if or else. Okay, we can say it is the nested if. Okay, we can see a syntax. If condition, if this condition is true, if condition statements else, this if is for this else, okay, else statements, then again for this if another else statements. So see what is nested? One if else statement comes inside the another if else statements, means we say it is a nested if. See, this is the outer if else, this is the outer if else, and this is the inner if else. Inside this if else another one if else is there. That's what we say it is a nested if. See, these are the inner if else. For this if, this is the else. For this if, this is the else statement. All of you got it? Now I will explain the example, so you will get the clear idea about the nested if. Okay, here I am going to write the example to find the number is positive or negative or 0. The program is to find the number is positive, negative or 0. So how many inputs required? To find the number is positive, negative or 0, how many inputs required? Only one input is enough, right? So get the input. X equal to end of input of enter x value. Enter x value. So enter x value. My input is 10. So what's the program? I want to check three things. What are the three things? Positive, negative or 0, right? So I am checking a condition first. If x greater than equal to 0, I am checking a first condition. Okay, if this condition is true means only it will execute the next statement. Okay, x greater than equal to 0. What's the x value? 10. 10 greater than equal to 0. Condition true or false? Condition is true. If this condition is true means it will execute the another if, that is nested if. If x equal to 0. Now whether the x value is 0? No. Suppose your input is 0. Suppose your input is 0. X greater than equal to 0. Condition true or false? True. The first condition is true. If the first condition is true means only it will execute the second statement. Students, you have to listen carefully here. For the nested if, the first condition want to be true. For the if else if, the first condition want to be false. Okay, the logic is for if else if, the condition want to be false. Here the condition want to be true. If this first condition is true, it will execute the nested if. Okay, now x equal to 0. So print x is 0. X is 0. Else, for this if one else is there required, right? Else print, think here, suppose your input is 10. 10 greater than 0, condition is true. Okay, now this condition is true. It will coming here and checking whether x equal to 0, whether this condition is true or false. False. Now the x value is 10. 10 equal to 0, condition is false. So for this, making this condition false, okay, this condition is false, right? So you have to give the else. Else, now 10 is positive number or negative number? 10 is the positive number. So you can print x is positive. X is positive. Okay, so think your input is now 10. So 10 greater than equal to 0, condition true. So it will come here. Okay, x equal to 0, but condition is false. So this statement cannot be executed. It will come to the else and print positive. Okay, suppose my input is minus 10. Minus 10. So minus 10 greater than equal to 0, condition false. Where it will go? So for this if, another else is required. Suppose this condition false means another else is required. Now 0 means here it will execute, positive means here it will execute. So what we have to write? If the x value is 0 means it will print 0. If the x value is greater than 0 means it will print positive. Now the input is negative, so the condition is false. So it will come to the else. Here I am printing print x is negative. Negative. So once again I am repeating the flow. Now your input is 10. So your x value is now 10. 10 greater than equal to 0. 10 greater than equal to 0. Whether this condition is true or false? The condition is false. So for nested if, always the first condition want to be true, so that only it will go to the innermost if. Here it is false, so directly it will come the else part. Suppose your input is 10, not minus 10. Now x value is 10. 10 greater than equal to 0. Condition is true. So I am checking, as per your program, I am checking whether the input number is 0. If this condition is true, it will come to the nested if. Okay, here I am checking 10 equal to 0. It is false. False means it will go to the else part and it will print positive. Okay. Suppose here itself it's a false means it will come to the outer else. All of you got it? So these are the 4 conditional statements or branching statements you are studying the branch. One is if, the other name of if is one way statement. The second one is if else, the other name of if else is alternative execution or two way statements. The third one is if, else if, the alternative name is multi-way if or chained conditional. And the last one is nested if. I hope you understand these concepts, students. Thank you.